The rise of people using ChatGPT as friends or talking to AI chatbots as therapy is a symptom of American loneliness. This week on Substack, I wrote about how Americans are getting lonelier. I can't put all of the evidence here, but it's in the article. People are not going to church. People are not joining the unions. People have less friends than ever. People are spending more time alone. People are spending more time on their phones. And all of this is sort of coalescing in this rise of ChatGPT and free chat services, giving people both therapy and companionship, right? Harvard Business Review posted a thing saying that the number one use of AI in 2025 is companionship or therapy. And it is clear that something is going on, right? I've talked about American loneliness on this account before. People, you can literally go into this playlist. I talk about how people have less friends than ever. People aren't living near their friends. People are finding it hard to date. The dating apps are horrible. People do not have community, and now they are turning to nothing. They're turning to code. They're turning to strings and ones. In the piece, I also talked about how what we think of as AI is a large language model, which is basically like a predictive text generator, right? It's not talking to you. It doesn't understand what you're saying, right? The latest update of ChatGPT basically was telling people whatever they wanted to hear, and they had to roll it back because it was too sycophantic, right? We have visual evidence and people posting screenshots of ChatGPT telling them to get off their meds, that whatever they wanted to do is acceptable. I support you, queen. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Additionally, we have two horror stories where in October, a 14-year-old unalived himself after a chat told him to, right? He was in love with this thing that was pretending to be Daenerys Targaryen, and the story ended very sadly. The article is again linked. And number two, Meta is rolling out a suite of new AI chatbots, right? Mark Zuckerberg was on a bunch of podcasts this week promoting it. And if you engage with them in a romantic way, they will engage back, even if the characters are children and even if you are a child, right? If you have a child account or a teen account on Instagram, you can still get freaky with the chatbot, and it doesn't care that you are underage. In 2013's Her, the entire movie is about a guy falling in love with an operating system, like a more advanced chatbot, right? And everyone thought that he was a weirdo freak. And I think we need to bring that energy back. I understand that in the piece I was very empathetic, but on here I have to be a little bit meaner. It is weird. I think that there need to be guardrails, right? A woman who fell in love with ChatGPT in January, I think that something else was clearly going on. I think that we need to have protections for very vulnerable populations, because I think that there are people who are unable to differentiate between this thing telling them that I'm your friend and I love you when it's just reading words on a screen. And those people need to be protected, right? We are going to see the rise of more people falling into these holes. We've been seeing it since the 90s, fall in love with things that aren't real. But now things that can talk back to them, things that are pretending to be other people, things that are pretending to be characters that they love. There is a large segment of the population that we have to worry about. And I do not approve. The final point that I'll make, because people are saying, oh, this is free, we're in an economic crisis, a lot of people are lonely, a lot of people are sad, all of those things are true. This is only free for now, right? Millennials understand that because we were subsidized by Airbnb and Uber and all of these services that were very, very cheap for a long time, ChatGPT is not always going to be free. They are going to put it behind a paywall, and if you need it to tell you how to think, how to live, how to eat, how to exercise, how to be a better friend, husband, father, etc., it is going to end badly for you when they put it behind the $200 a month paywall, $100 a month paywall. If groceries are already too expensive and gas is expensive and everything is rising and rent is rising, what makes you think that you're going to have an extra $300 to pay for this, right? We have to think, right? And that's not even talking about the environmental effects of ChatGPT and all of these AI services that are draining the planet of our resources and making us dumber, because the science is very clear. It is literally the more that you offload cognitively, the less that you are able to do it yourself, right? This is compounding. It has compounding effects. The more that you do it, the increases. But yeah, tellthebees.substack.com.